Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Iron Panther Presents. It is our joy to talk about an outstanding show called Paradise, starring Sterling K. Brown, one of the best actors out there, I would say. As we talk about season 1, episode 7, and how does it prepare us for the season finale, and what does it mean for season 2? We're going to talk about all those kind of things. But anyway, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channels. You can like on the video and comment on the video, share the video. Why do you watch this show? What do you want to see in season 2? That kind of thing. Who killed Cal? All that kind of stuff. Gabby did that shit. That's because Jamani don't want to hear that. Gabby did that shit. Anyway, I'm sorry. Enjoy the intro and then we'll get into the show. All right. Oh, wait. I got to do it now. Wait. This is gonna be funny. Wait. You ready? I got to do it.
This is awesome. This is amazing. I love it.
It was psychological. It was emotional.
Extremely entertaining.
But as always, as we try to say here, as we said, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And as we talk about this video, please like on the video and comment on the video, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Alrighty, we are all here together. We did this way because we want to have more time to talk about Paradise as opposed to the other shows we did. So next week, this will also be our last review. So we kind of talk about the season finale, the season overall. And again, what will season 2 look like? Potentially storylines, depending how it ends. At least we will get the answer who killed Cal next week. Chris, we shall start with you. What did you think of this episode?
Okay. Be surprised to hear this, but I really enjoyed this episode. So,
please.
Yeah, I mean, I was shocked a little bit. I never like not liked this show, but I found it kind of corny at times. You know what I mean? So that was kind of my biggest thing was like they try to put too much into the show. Especially, my beef with trying to put a murder mystery in a world apocalypse and merge it together. I was like, that's just a little bit too much. That being said, this episode, all right, it was like that. It was like that. It was like that. I would say that. I had no idea where they were going with the Cuban Missile Crisis. I had no idea. I was like, okay. I guess because some other than the world, and then the light switch was like, oh shit. Okay. All right. Good on y'all for that. I will also, here's the deal. I've always liked Sterling K. Brown, but not since, well, I said not since, but even though this movie came out last year, but the movie he did with Jeffrey Wright last year.
Yeah.
He played the gay brother.
Yeah.
Not since that movie.
Was it American Fiction?
Yeah, American Fiction.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think did he win an Oscar for that one? I know he's
No. He was nominated. He was nominated for Best Supporting Actor.
Right. Okay. So not since then where I was like thinking like this dude needs to win some sort of award. You know what I mean? So with all the emotions you brought up, everything from just the phone calls he had, you saw how anxious he was with his, trying to get on phone with all his family, like one minute he's relieved about his kids, but then freaking the hell out about his wife and whatnot. And, you know what I mean? Also trying to defend this president, he brought in so many different emotions and I felt every minute of it. You know what I mean? It was like that. However, and this whole time I thought, oh, Cal did something really bad to come to revenge. But then when I watched this episode, it doesn't sound bad, but I kind of sided with Cal. I get it. I get why he even lied to him. You know what I mean? Xavier is the dude. You know what I mean? You need him. And that dude would have been out of it. Hell, he was already almost out of there when he found out that his wife was still stuck in Atlanta. So he needed to kind of get him focused, like kind of distract him, unfortunately. You know what I mean? And as long as he knew his kids were safe, that was kind of the highest priority than anything, is to be a good father. Just like his own wife said. He said, be a good dad. You know what I mean? Be a good father. So I thought that was a super, super touching moment. This episode also showed how much of a monster Sinatra was. I mean, she didn't give a damn about she didn't give a damn that everyone was going to die. She was just like straight up like, we need technology. How can we not communicate? And blah 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 blah. And it was like, and Cal basically was like, bitch, everybody about to die. Like, I mean, 500 years fine. They just had to put two sticks together. So if they saw a little bit of Discovery Channel, they could at least they could do some basic stuff. I mean, you see all those people in Survivor, they do it all the time. You know what I mean? They'll be all right. Hopefully, I do not think that was his wife that he heard on the phone, especially in the age of AI. It was just too convenient that his wife was saying all the make sure this is my name. I'm Roger Collins.
Full legal name.
And my husband's name is this, and my kid's name is this, and they are also going to Colorado. And I'm like, who does this? And I was like, this reminds me of all this AI shit that I've been seeing, like Tupac talking about the president of the United States being Joe Biden. I'm like, no. I'm like, no. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't think that was her. I think Sanaa was lying about that. I do think there's obviously survivors up there. I think she's also lying about an outsider being the cause of Cal being murdered. You know what I mean? Because that she tried to blame it on. She said, she said the DNA isn't from anyone in here. Yeah, of course. You got a freaking gun to your face. Of course. I mean, come on, man. She's used to lying anyway. I think straight up, I theorize the moment her son died, she's like, I want everyone to kind of feel the pain that I did. You know what I mean? Because her world died, even though she has a daughter. That boy was her world. And when he died, he said, F everybody else, in a sense. You know what I mean? And it was a switch for her. So, another good thing I like about this, there was no corny ass music at the end. No corny music. It just ended. There was a somber music. Yes. Thank you. We don't need all that, don't need our Paradise, don't need no Rocky theme or whatever. What the hell? No. Just end the damn show. Okay, just end it. Put some regular somber music, and that's it. None of that corny shit. So, I definitely like this episode. So,
all right.
Get him out of here.
What's up, Stacey? What you got?
Tell us we can't have soundtrack. Come on. So yeah, this episode answered some questions, but it gave me so many more questions. First of all, I miss my BlackBerry. I really need BlackBerry to start making phones. I was much more organized when I had a BlackBerry. iPhones suck. I said it. Thank you. It had me questioning the timeline because Xavier had his BlackBerry. I think the president had like a Motorola Q or something. I forgot that phone, but I had that same phone, and that was like in the 2000s. And I know the government is slow, but I feel like the timeline is much earlier than we think it is. So I'm questioning that. I'm also questioning how EMPs function because you're on a plane. The EMPs stop nuclear weapons, but they're not going to take down the plane that you're on.
Yeah, that don't make a lot of sense. They would have crashed.
I'm confused. What else? This might be man shit, but I'm not sure how like a world catastrophe starts a nuclear war. Can y'all explain that to me? Like I have testicles because I don't get it.
No, that was weird. I thought that was weird too. Like,
and the model saying we're just gonna start blowing. I think what they were saying was that if the competing countries know that we're losing land, so separately, China and Russia were fighting for land. That's separate than the news.
Yes.
So like once that started, it was like we have to stop America or anybody else from floating over here and taking the little land we got left. So we're gonna kill them before they come kill us or try to take us. I believe that's the only thing that makes. They actually said it in the episode. That's the only thing that makes.
Yeah, they said they wanted to take the land, but if you nuke the land, then there's radiation, and then there's nothing viable, at least on the surface. So why would you want nuked land?
You nuke other people. Like we're taking out America. So they don't come get us. And then everybody said it to themselves. China said, I'm taking out Russia. Russia said they're taking out China. And then they said, well, fuck it, sir.
What doesn't make sense about that is that there's a tidal wave, and he said it's going to go over the earth several times over again. and there's going to be a sonic boom. So it's basically going to be an ELE, like an extinction level event. So I'm like, you're going to let off nuclear weapons for what? Because there's not anybody going to be left on the planet.
Right.
And then it didn't make sense when the lady was reporting. First of all, they said it's a 300-foot tsunami. She's like, oh, I'm on the 20th something floor. I'm fine. And I'm like, do you know how many feet? Like,
or can destroy the bottom floor so your ass will collapse. Like what?
I was like,
even if it doesn't go that high, it mess up the bottom. Come on, like.
And then the little map they showed, it was like New York and all that eastern part was already covered, and then you had like the bottom hemisphere was covered. So I was like, and then like the people who got upset, right? I understand it's like a human instinct to survive, and you do dumb shit, even though you know you'll die anyway. So you lunge for a gun, even though you got 5 guns on you. Yeah, that makes sense. But like you see the volcano, you see the tsunami. We're going to die, right? Then the president says, "Hey, we're going to die." Then all of a sudden you freak out. Like the tsunami, the 300 feet of water coming towards you wasn't enough for you to say, you know what? Let me get right with the Lord. Like I was just like, now you freak out because the president said y'all gonna die. The tsunami wasn't enough.
No, it wasn't CNN. It was him.
No.
It was Cal saying, no, we ain't walking away from this one. Oh, never mind.
And then the scientist who's been predicting this for decades, you still on Earth? Why you ain't in a helicopter somewhere? You knew it was coming.
That was my biggest problem. I was like, where's that long-haired dude? But if you go back to episode 2, he wasn't there either. Like, so they're not going to explain how Sinatra tracked him down, took all his knowledge, and then said, fuck him. I'm not bringing him to paradise. But she has models. How are you building models without the guy who came up with the science to even start this project? But he just happily died on CNN. Like, that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, so those are a few of my questions. I have more, but I'll let everybody get a chance to talk. And then we'll do the who shot Cal or who killed Cal roundtable later.
We'll do. So we're gonna talk about, all right, Jemani, what do you got? Not to repeat. Do you have new stuff?
Yeah, I'm trying to this whole, like we were talking earlier in the week about what's her name, Robinson.
Yes.
And how the hell did she end up in paradise?
Yes.
And yeah, I'm like, did she come when they made their little pit stop from the helicopter to the airplane, or did she just take a straight through flight to the mountains or what have you? And who was on that second plane? Like that
the one that went down?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I'm
that
like,
was Congress and the judges and Congress went down.
Yeah, Supreme Court.
And then the generals and all that stuff.
The Joint Chiefs.
No, but the Joint Chiefs was on the it seemed like they were in like the Situation Room or something back in the White House.
Because he's talking about the VTC where they're like, sir, we need to go nuclear. And they're like, okay. And you're like, well, where are you when you're having this conversation? I can't remember if that was before or after the plane crash. So maybe they were on the plane having the conversation and then their plane crashed. Perhaps.
Yeah, I'm like, they went all the way from level 5 to like level 3. They never actually got to level 1. I was like, I don't know why they never actually went down to the lowest level.
DEFCON, once you start nuke time, it is DEFCON 1. But to your point, I guess they should have been like, sir, they're launching nukes, DEFCON 1. We need to launch our nukes. And they're like, okay, cool. Let's do that.
And I'm like, where was the vice president? Was he on the same plane? Because that's not standard procedure.
He should have been his own plane. He does have his own plane. So I don't know. It's a good question.
Yeah, and I want that cell phone that can still get through to other cell phones when
all the other phones are breaking in the world. That was a nice touch. That was nice. He was like, I know, bro.
I'm like the whole second option that was something inventive. It makes me think that there isn't a second option because they probably wouldn't have been able to use that in the show.
Also true, Jabari. I've never seen that before. I've never, and I was like, that was good writing. I've never heard of the second option, so I really like that they put that in there. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I want them to create like a whole, like they should have, like how in video games they have like side missions or DLCs and stuff like that. I want to see just the Secret Service just massacring everybody as everybody tries to evacuate. That should be a whole episode in and of itself.
Anything else?
Yeah, and it was that lady that was begging for Xavier to get her kid or whatever. Yeah, she's the one who killed Cal.
She walked to Colorado and killed Cal. Yes.
Horseback.
Right,
Horseback.
So that's cool. Do anybody remember her name?
No.
Marsha.
Marsha. Stop it. Are you gonna say she's white, or you guys remember her name? look at Stacy. With this episode, I had to remind myself to breathe. This was the reason 2012 is sitting right here is because I agree. Like, this could have been a movie. Minus the Sinatra thing, this could have been one of those in the world movies, and it would have been awesome, right? With them making it to the bunker, like, would have been the end of the movie. But I would have, and then we could have saw, to Chris's point, we could have saw the Secret Service just massacre this with like Jamani and Chris, like that would have been like, I'm sorry, buddy, gotta go. Like, and Robinson, she needs her own series, because when she shot that Secret Service dude and then went back, like, she's like, I gotta go get the rest of the fuck Cal. Fuck Xavier. I'm sorry. I want Robinson's story. Like, she's the one. She's the one. All right. Because she's
is this before she got the dick or after?
I feel like this is before though.
Yeah, I could see that.
Need
He probably looked at her and was like, yeah.
We're fucking.
But at least we know where the blood came from. Because I was like, why are they coming in blood?
So wait a minute, Stacey. But to your point though, that would have made it more sense that they were fucking before. And she's like, I gotta keep my man safe, and I'm murdering this dude to do it. Right? Like, that makes sense. Like, that would have added some more tension, like, to the situation. I was, but also timelines. I thought you were gonna bring this up with timelines. It makes no damn sense what we saw, because Robinson did not get on the first flight out. She went back into the White House. But if you go back to episode 2, when Xavier met Billy, Robinson was the one in the leading to the bunker. She was running security, telling everybody what to do. She is the one that told Billy to go get Xavier and be like, we got to start security measures. So that doesn't make any sense. Like, she was already there. So not sure how you work that out.
Well, we don't know how much time it took them to go, I don't know. Because
that's why I said they had the pit stop from the helicopter to the plane. So
right.
No, they got off the plane and the bunker was right there. And he's like, your kids are going. So you need to go with your kids and let your wife go, because you need to go take care of your kids. They were at the bunker. They were in Colorado.
No,
they were getting off the plane.
I'm talking about this episode. They got off the helicopter that they took from the White House, and they were standing outside for a while before they actually got on the plane.
Right.
So you're saying, okay, so you're saying off camera, she got on another plane, and then got there before they did.
Yeah, or either she got on a helicopter and got to the rendezvous spot for them to get on the plane.
I find it hard to believe, but it would have been nice to see Robson's story anyway. Either way, because particularly with hold on, the series is all that, Chris. What's the point of it? And her lying when she had Presley. So these are kind of different things, because one, I feel like Gabby put her up to it, because she was pissing on herself after that staff meeting. And we don't know what Gabby said to her in the SUV, that by the time Xavier gets to her, now she's big bad Sinatra again. And she got this whole plan to manipulate him, because I think Gabby was like, it's his family. If you get his family, you'll get him. To me. And I feel like that's what happened. What's up, Jamai? Go ahead. Defend this.
You will not give up on Gabby being behind this. She wasn't even in this episode.
She doesn't have to. She's outside, Jamani. She don't have to be in the episode to be in the line.
The whole point is just throwing you off. It's never going to be the most obvious person. So it's not going to be Sinatra. It's going to be the person you just don't see coming, and that is Gabby. That, you know what I mean? Unless you tell me it's going to be a son, which that could be the case, but I doubt that too. But no, but yeah, I was saying even from the beginning too. I was like, it's the therapist. I was like, it's the therapist. So yeah, man.
Again, at least the mastermind, at least the one again that told her this is how you get. But he turned into Randall, and that's why I got disappointed when it was like, right, Stacey, right, when he heard we should have shot that bitch. He was like, my wife and my Presley. Fuck that. Fuck that.
Should have kneecapped her. I'm sorry.
Right? Right? Because I got your daughter, but I got you, bitch. So you know what I'm gonna do? Your feet are going. Because you can live without your feet. And we're gonna go Jack Bauer. And then eventually you're gonna be like, never mind, you about that life.
Robinson you could tell she's about that life more than he is, because he's like, all right, I'm gonna come and speak to you, as opposed to I could go and get your daughter like you came and got my daughter. I'm like,
true. You give up all the bitch. I got the power. If I got the guns and I got the people, I can take over this place, right? I just got to outlast you. And clearly you still care about your daughter. So like, to your point, where's the daughter? Where is her daughter? Where's her husband, which you don't seem to give a damn about? Like, where are these two people? And I got a phone too. I got people behind me too. So I'm like, let's just see which one of us is going to give up first. But I'm like, we're going full in. But I agree with y'all. The recording was too convenient. That like, she have clips of all these random ass people, and she already has a clip of the again.
Just in case, like, of all the people that could have survived, how do you single it like that one? How is it hers? Like, how do you just have hers out of all the billions of people on the planet? How do you have hers?
Wait, there's not billions left.
No, well, I mean, she's the only one who has that, who's on that signal, and she's recording every day at the same time, like Will Smith was in I Am Legend. Right. And it's on a loop.
She recorded it. She was like, I don't know. You don't know when that happened, but she's had this shit in her pockets just in case.
I know, right?
Kiss my ass.
Trust me, she has other audios of pretty much everyone on the of that tunnel, just in case they get out of line too. She got them. They say the same thing. Well, the words change in the sense of the names, but but it's just it's
the same recording.
She got that much money. Obviously, she has the technology to do it.
Yes,
clearly. So that's just I'll say this about the show. The show so far has been rather super smart as far as the direction and everything. It would be kind of crazy to think that they would go the Stars direction to just have like her just have that audio. They would need to do an episode just off of that alone if that's the case. That needs to be a freaking episode where like, how the fuck does she just randomly have that audio? That needs to be a whole episode.
But hey, Chris, but then on top of that, of all the locations in America that are being hit with nuclear weapons, she was tracking Georgia and Atlanta because she's like, I gotta make sure I know what happened to Terry. Like because one guy Xavier, who I don't even know who he is right now. What?
I might meet him.
I've never met this dude. But I gotta track his wife because one day he might flip out and take over Paradise.
I mean, David, it would make more sense for you to track the people that is under you, right? So Jane, her one of the her assassins or whatever, and the one that Jane's what's with Billy? Billy. Yeah, Jane, Billy. Okay, if you've been tracking their families or whatnot, that would make sense. Xavier, the president makes sense. Obviously, if you track the president's. Okay, Xavier, like the number one bodyguard, like his number one, like why do you think he would someday be your adversary? Like,
right?
And it's just very convenient, very very convenient.
And then Secret Service, y'all. again, Robinson shot that Secret Service agent in the head, no hesitation. Yet they want us to believe that when they get to Paradise, Gabby, and told Sinatra, we need hired assassins to be all of a sudden Secret Service agents. Like, we can't get these actual legit ones. Like Ramsey made it, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like,
no, but
all of a
she
sudden
needed personal killers. It wasn't we need somebody to protect necessarily the president. We need killers that I personally am in charge of, and we'll just install them as Secret Service.
Secrets, that again, Jamani, that doesn't make sense. Like, then they need to be in the background. To your point, they need to be the background with Sinatra. So if they have to be deployed, no one knows what they look like, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, that's Jane. Oh, that's Billy." When Billy goes out and kills 4 scientists, like that would make more sense. But that day, Billy became Secret Service. And again, Xavier made no effort to check the background of this dude or anyone else on his Secret Service team. He just took it at their word that there was some kind of Robinson didn't even. She's in charge. She's in charge. It was her job to vet all these new Secret Service agents. That somehow, again, she shot one, but she was like, "No.
She's in charge of the presidential death investigation. She never even went back and looked at Billy's records or whatever. She's not looking through personnel records and stuff to see about the people who are protecting the president.
No, she's in charge of all Secret Service, period, regardless of who killed Cal. I'm saying that's her. She's the senior agent in charge, probably because again, she took charge of the team and got president safe from point A to point B. Where is the wife? Like, we need to talk about, like, what motive would she, let's say she's the one that killed Cal. What motive would she have? And that's a good question. Where is she? Why has she not been secured? Where is Kane? I mean, obviously, you know what I'm saying? Again, I personally think he killed Cal, but there's no, like, huh?
You talking about Kane? You talking about the kid? Is that his name?
No, Kane is the
grandpa. Him. Oh, that dude. I don't know. Somewhere having Alzheimer's somewhere. I don't know. You know.
It's like,
I don't know. You know. I actually thought that was him in the beginning, but then I was like, the time was just too early.
I thought so too.
I was like, damn. I was like, well, shit, was he like 90 something years old? Like,
I thought so.
Super old. Like, you know,
who is this
really
random
did think that was him. I thought that was him. I was like, oh, can you get young? He said, can you make sure that young cow, make sure little cows right now? I'm like, wait, so Cal's like 50 or 60 years old? And I was like, oh, and then I realized real quick, I was like, oh, he's just a random general or something. I was like, oh,
and he had daughters, so it really confused. I was like, why are we doing this? And he's playing with the light switch and shit. I'm like, what do we do? But again, I felt this episode and really had a lot of people that you never see again. And I'm like, and I'm like, but what about, like, am I put like in the white woman? Are we supposed to really care about this woman? Because she's like, oh, save my kid. And then that's all off camera. So I'm like, why are we doing this?
This is her villain origin story.
I was going to say, David, I guarantee you we're going to see her again. She will be back. That camera, the moment that camera panned out towards her from the helicopter, I was like, oh, this ain't the last we're going to see of her. You know what I mean? It wasn't, they focused more on her than the new bodyguard guy who's like his first day or whatever, who literally got a bullet. When I even heard that it was his first day, I was like, oh, this dude ain't making it. I was like, first of all, I don't recognize, you know. I was like, this dude, I was like, your first day? I was like, oh, shit, man, just kill him now. You know, just kill him now. But her, I forgot her name. That girl, we're going to see her again. I'm telling you.
No, but again, if she wanted to kill anyone, it would be Xavier. She looked to him to be like, save my son. Like, it was personal. It wasn't like she wasn't looking to Cal.
She said that, but she said, I've been with the president since he was a senator. So she held both of them responsible.
Oh,
so I disagree with Jamani in the sense of I don't think she killed anyone. Marsha said her son's blood would be on Xavier. Yeah, she did say that. I don't think she shot Cal or killed Cal at all. However, what I am just saying is a little bit different from Jamani. I'm just saying she's still alive, and Xavier needs to watch his back if he decides to go out in the outside world.
Yes,
that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yes. You know. She's fucking Negan. Like, I want season 2.
She's gonna shave her head and go full Sarah Connor and just be like, yeah.
I was thinking of Barbosa. I was thinking about Barbosa and Mad Max. You know, her arm's gonna be all off, and she's gonna be like, it's gonna have a metal arm, and it's like well, like Charlize Theron, you know.
I need her to have the back for some reason. But we all agree we need Marsha back, like this completely insane, crazy, like later on. And be like, oh God. And Xavier, she needs to be like you. Like I said my son's blood is on your hands. Now your daughter's blood is on my hands. Like I
No, she gonna go after James, the little boy.
Oh, that's true.
No, I see it. I see it like Friday the 13th. Like she's gonna be be like Warren Bates or whatever in Psycho. She's gonna be talking to her dead son, and she will be killing in his name.
I was just thinking that too, Jamani, because seeing how the son was like right in the front and she was just in the back. She's going to like maybe they had a small reunion and then all of a sudden the tsunami came through and killed her son, and then
that kid wasn't gonna make it anyway. He was on medication.
He's like a liability.
Yeah, but to Jamani's point, I think she will be like kind of talking to her son, and then you find out the son's a skeleton.
Maybe
you know what I mean?
She turned her son into a corpse, or he's like a little mini zombie, and she has him on a leash, and she's like, "Come on,
Walking Dead."
Okay, now we're doing Harley Quinn season action.
Yes.
That's the thing. She wanted to save her nephew, babe. That's what Babe said.
Terry did it. Terry did it. Are you in Atlanta?
It was Terry. It was Terry. It was my Terry. Terry did that stuff. Hi, babe. Thanks for doing the chat. So Terry said
that was her nephew. That wasn't her son.
Yeah, it was her nephew. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I mean, okay. Obviously, you love your nieces and nephews, but she was kind of going a little bit too hard. Well, maybe, I don't know. Maybe she was the guardian. Maybe that was her. She was the guardian.
Yeah. She was going too hard. She was going way too hard because she said my sister showed up with him. He has his medication. Just put him on the helicopter, whatever the fuck. Like that. Like I remember her
sister can't get on the helicopter.
But that was the funny part. She was like, "No, forget about me. Just take him." And I'm like, "Who's gonna take care of him if we take him?"
Exactly. That kid a liability. No, ma'am.
He
can run.
Yeah, foster care. Is there foster care in that mountain?
No.
Hey, bro, seriously, maybe it's the son. It's been like 4 years. Like maybe it's him.
Which son?
Oh shit!
You gotta be specific. Which son are we talking about?
No, like the nephew or wherever the fuck. It's the kid. It's the kid.
We gotta find out what type of medication.
No, whoever did it jumped off that balcony. That nephew was not. No.
It's been a few years, Jamani. I don't think they said how old he was. It could be him. I'm just saying, and he could be like, I'm avenging her, and that's why they make a point of not showing the kid like that. It could be him. Also, I agree. I agree. It's some bullshit that they want us to believe that someone broke into this highly classified, secure underground facility, found the fucking president's house, snuck into the president's house right when they were having game night and the cameras were off, and then went upstairs, killed Cal, and walked out with a jean jacket that has a flower on the back. Kiss my ass. There's too many things going on. Like that's too much. It's too much.
No. Yeah.
Maybe we'll find out that there's like a secret underground to this bunker or something, and people hide underground and stuff.
Underground?
My question too is, why didn't they wait to like reset everything at nighttime, since it looked like it was nighttime anyway? You know, reset to make sure it works in the sky.
She was concerned that he was gonna that X was about to reveal some secret. It wasn't like that's what her problem. She was like, I need to stop him from putting out messages. So I
understand that, but it seemed like it was going out throughout the day. So it was like, wouldn't that kind of even made sense to do it? Like, it seemed like it went throughout the day. Am I wrong, or is it just still going on several hours?
Well, again, it's a machine, so all day can be as long as they want it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So like, the sun was up, so it wasn't like the sun was going down per se. I mean, they could have been like, we're having a night drill. I mean, they could have said something like, hey, everyone, go home. Right. The machine broke. It happens. The machine broke. We gotta go. We need you to go home. But the message was in the sky. People would have been like, why is this saying this? Like, it still would have been a problem. But now they have mass chaos, which I don't know how they fix that.
Yeah, I'm like, there's no way to put that genie back in the bottle. She's like, oh, well, I know that you're in a circle of trust now, and you know that there's life outside of here, but just let's pretend like there's not once I give you your daughter back. Like,
nah, she's got to kill him. He was in daycare. So the kid wasn't. Does the kid have a name? Because I really can't remember.
Edward.
What?
You made that up.
Edward.
Edward.
No, seriously, Edward.
Oh.
We said Marsha. I really thought you were being funny, Stacey. I'm sorry.
I did too. I was like, there's no way. I was like, Marsha?
Come on, Marsha.
Yeah, I know, right? I was like, man, she chose the whitest, one of the whitest names ever, and apparently her name really is Marsha. Wow.
You know what? You know who killed him? The old black man.
Oh, Jeffrey. What's his name? Jeffrey?
No.
Jeffrey?
He wouldn't have wanted to make a mess.
He was like,
he would feel compelled to clean up the blood afterwards.
And that's what he. But you notice how like he just disappeared like a ninja when they were like, "You need to go talk to your family." No, it's fine.
No, he was standing next to the other girl.
No, at first he was, and then he just disappeared.
He just disappeared.
Yeah.
He truly just disappeared.
Yeah, so he was like hiding under the wheel well of Air Force One.
He was like, he had special forces skills. Like in Vietnam, he was actually the first Black Navy SEAL. So like he actually
He was a Tuskegee Airman, and he had a plane. So he went home. He had his plane, and he just.
That's right.
Roger.
Boom. That would be so horrible. If he was a Tuskegee Airman, I really hope they did not make him become just a janitor. That would be the worst thing ever. That's horrible.
Well, clearly he likes it.
Hey, he knew Xavier's dad. We need to tie all this shit up. He actually knew Xavier's dad somehow, and then he flew his own plane there. And he's like, I gotta take out Cal because Cal should have warned me. I was upset at Xavier for talking some bullshit to be like, Cal, it's your fault. You should have warned me. I did warn you. You should have warned me harder. I did warn you. Like, it's not my fault you can't control your wife. Like, these are two different things. Like it's not my. No, you should have told me. What did I say? Keep her ass here. That's what I said. You failed to do it. So I'm about to go. I gotta go on this point. I love how you said, look, bro, you can stay here and I can replace you with somebody else. What you gonna do? And Xavier was like, you know what? You right, bro. I'm gonna get up in here and be mad at you for the rest of my life because I got a life.
I'm gonna say what I said to you earlier in the week, which is he told his daughter, stay with the president's kid no matter what. And she just keeps listening to that advice, even when he told her to stay in the bunker. She just, hey, I gotta stay with the president's son.
I would whoop Presley as soon as I get my hands on her. Like after she's safe and everything, I'm whooping her ass. So I'm gonna be like, didn't I tell you to stay with your brother? Didn't I fucking tell you that? Yeah, and what happened? Now I have to let this bitch go. This is your fault. I was like, she got whooped. I'm sorry. And then she started listening. Did she listen? And said, where's your brother at? I was like, I don't know, Daddy. I had to go find my man. What? I was like, ah, damn it. This was wrong with your kids.
See him in the flashback.
Who?
Because remember, Presley and James were supposed to stay with the son, but we didn't see the son.
We saw the son in the screenshot when she said, "Hey, I shared my fruit roll up with them." We just see it. Yeah. It was like a photo.
I felt like we definitely. Oh, Isaiah Bradley. Oh, he said
original Captain America. Yeah, I was thinking that too. Yeah, when you talking about Jeffrey. He was working alongside Bradley.
Isaiah?
You know, there and so
I think this black man matter. Huh? I was feeling like they were trying to inspire the Butler. I felt like this was supposed to be like a reminiscent of that character for some damn reason. Like the old black man who's been there since the beginning, and he should have mentioned Obama because Obama does exist in this universe. So he should have been like, I saw the first black president, and then I saw you, Cal, and I love you.
You know damn well you'd be pissed if he did that. Stop acting like you wanted to see that when you know you don't. You know you don't. Stop it. It is March now. Black History Month was yesterday. Okay, stop acting like you wanted to see this.
The whole character alone upset me because I knew what they were doing, and I'm like, this is too much. This is too much, Sterling K. You black, Robinson's black. It's fine. Like share the race.
Do you think that? I don't think that would.
Absolutely.
Because no joke. Seriously, I think even if you would have substituted him with an old white guy who was like slowly trying to pick up trash or whatnot, that conversation would still hit too. I don't think that was like that was and then that's why you even saw like that old white dude who was like serving them coffee or tea for the last time. I was like, it was been a pleasure. I don't think it had anything to do with race. I didn't think they were like, hey, cast me a black guy for this role so it could hit harder. When the president, I don't know, David. I don't.
Stacey? A little bit.
Stop making everything about race, David.
I feel like it was a sign. But to your point, there's more than two races. To your point, they had a black man and they had a white man. To your point, Chris. But I'm like, you could have mixed it up just a little bit. But it's like
They had the Asians sprinkled in the crowd. That's all. They represented.
And then there was a Hispanic maid that was right next to Jeffrey.
Yeah, they had Garcia.
So I was like, it said, oh, yeah, that's right. And then like he's a SEAL. I was like,
But there was another Garcia. It was a female.
It was female. I was like, you can't think. Lopez would have been good. Chavez, good name. You know what I'm saying? We just go down the list. Anyway. When I saw the tsunami wave and like it hit, I was like 2012. And then the conversation of like call your family and just tell them goodbye. That happened in 2012. I think John Cusack's dad was on a cruise ship or something. And they're like, you ain't making it. So just call your son now. And he was like, son, I love you. And then the wave came and just crushed him. And I was like, shit. But
was it 2012 when who was it? Was it Tay Leone? I think the one where she was with her dad. Somebody was with their dad and they were on the beach and they were hugging because they had like a weird relationship. They had a strange relationship with her father. And then they were on the beach and they see the wave and they just like embrace each other. They're like, oh, she was like, Daddy. I can't remember. It was 2012. I think it was, or maybe it was another apocalypse movie. But I remember seeing that. Huh?
I mean, did these characters had like lines and shit? Because usually those characters.
She did. Yeah. It was either Tay Leone or I'm sorry, the white Adams, Nicolas Cage's wife and the Family Man, the one where he wakes up and
yeah.
That woman, what's her name? I forgot her name. You know,
what are you talking about though?
Yeah. It was her. She had a strained relationship with her father, and it was a whole thing in the movie. And then she calls her dad and is like, "Can I see you? Because he hasn't seen her father in years." And then now they're on the beach and they saw the water, and they embraced each other as the water overtook both of them.
If it's not 2012, it's Deep Impact.
I think it was Deep Impact. I think
it has to be one of those two. Yeah. I would say, but anyway, when I saw,
and then Don't Look Up. Don't Look Up. They kind of had a similar thing with Don't Look Up, where like they all were like at the table. Kate Winslet's character and Leo, they were all kind of like having a meal, like a great meal for the last time. They could hear rumblings outside of the house, and they were just enjoying each other after they know they were about to die, essentially. So And
it gave you that vibe. Like this episode gave you that vibe, and I was like, this really. Also, I felt like this could have been minus the flashbacks of Sinatra, because that would kind of take you out of it. This could have been the beginning of the series. Like, and you think, oh, like that would have been fucking awesome, right? Like, yes, you lose the reveal of the underground, but people may say, okay, that's kind of hokey. But if this was the beginning of the series, and then now 4 years later they're in paradise, that would have been I think that would have been an awesome way to start the series. And then it turns into the murder mystery. But then
you don't just kill the underground thing, then you kill the mystery of why does Xavier hate the president so much.
Actually, you know that. I'm just saying, like I disagree. I felt you don't kill Cal the first episode. Like you'd be like the second episode. It's like you understand now. Like this 4 years later, you're still mad at him for that your wife died and da. We get some episodes with Cal actually alive and then he dies. I'm just saying. I thought that could have been, that would have got me, and I would have been like, okay, let's see where this goes. And like in a post-apocalyptic type of show, and then you get the murder of the president, like even season finale. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that was that, and you heard me say this about the first 3 episodes where I was like, one thing that I got annoyed was it started off with him being assassinated, and then essentially we had to get all, because of that we were forced to get all these flashbacks that led up to it. You know what I mean? And that was kind of annoying. Like they could have, you know what I mean? Like as much as annoyed I was with flashbacks, this one was a necessary one. This episode was, you know what I mean? So because I know probably a lot of people were probably hating on me in the first couple of episodes, complaining about the flashbacks. Yeah, I get annoyed about that shit, especially when you do over and over again. This episode was warranted. This one was legit in the sense of why this is how you properly do it. But the first ones, it's just I don't need you to give me 50 different who done. You know what I mean? It gets annoying. It just straight up have Sterling K. Brown, figure out who the hell killed him. You know what I mean? You don't have to try to confuse people by showing like stuff that comes in, because we know better than that. We watch enough TV to know, don't just trust everything you've seen in the past. So let's just see what we see presently. So so I agree. Save the murder until much later on in the episode.
Yeah. Again, so Terry said that she heard the creator of the show said this is gonna be like The Wire. And I was like, what?
What?
And so that's what I said. I think like next season is gonna be a different story. Like you know how they went to the docks, right? You know what I'm saying? Like so I feel like next season could be Terry's story of how her life getting to paradise.
Yeah, because I'm like, they didn't show her on the other side of the phone, and they could have. So I think we're gonna actually see what her stealing the car and all that type of stuff next season. And I'm like, it's basically gonna be like
The Last of Us
or Lost.
No, I mean these are. I mean they're not dead in purgatory.
No, because I'm like, the second season we got to learn about the others.
They could be. They could have, that EMP could have took the plane down, and we're just watching them dreaming about being underground. Well, not dreaming, but they're dead.
So there would be riots.
No. You said that Terry read that they're doing The Wire in the sense of like it's going to be focused on. No, I don't. Here's the deal. No one. I mean, the Robinson thing. I think she's an interesting character or whatnot. The problem is, I'm sorry, but like, no one gets higher as far as like the level of operation after the president is like. I mean, unless you just do it all of Sinatra, which we've seen plenty of Sinatra, it's Sterling K. Brown's character. Not to mention, I'm sorry, I'm not. I mean, I haven't seen a lot of her. I mean, unfortunately, so I can't really judge completely her acting prowess or whatnot. But Sterling K. Brown, it'll be like watching True Detective. And one of the problems about the second season of True Detective, because if you watch True Detective without seeing the first season, the second season wasn't bad. The problem was Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson in the first season acted their fucking asses off. That it made every other season after that just was like, it seemed weak, right?
No, the third season was
ground. So the only thing that will work, to your point, is if instead of they doing the tunnel, they focus on the outside. That would work. If you do the outside, or it's like you do it from a different point of view, but not from the tunnel, keep those guys out of it. Just do the folks on the outside from their point of view. That would be good. But don't do Robinson, don't do the Jane character. No.
Terry, the wife, Chris. I'm saying, like, I would say they could do her story. Like, how did she, as Jamani said, her taking the car, her getting to Colorado, like Terry's story. So with Terry, you get flashbacks of Xavier, because then she'll be like, oh, I remember when my baby did this and that kind of. So you still got Sterling K. Brown, but now he's taking a slight back seat. So now Terry can be up front. That's what I'm saying. But
you get a little bit too familiar. Remember, her name is Terry Rogers Collins.
PhD.
Yeah, my bad. I didn't realize when you said Terry David, I thought you meant you were talking about your wife Terry. That's why. I did not understand. That's why when you said Terry, I thought you were talking about like Terry. I did not put together that you were talking about Terry's story. When you said Terry's story, I was thinking about like Terry, like when Terry was telling you the story. Terry was telling you about the Wire story. I thought that's what you meant.
That's all I'm saying. If they're gonna take that perspective, like I said, you cannot do another season underground. It's like you said, it's too small of a space and it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
But that would be awesome, short of Xavier going out there and again starting some type of Walking Dead, The Last of Us type bullshit. Right. And he's like, now I'm out there walking the streets, shooting my way to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get my wife, and I'm like, now we got Rick and Michonne basically. And from that sense,
I know that you guys probably have not seen this series, but that would be, this is already a series that existed, I think like 10, 12 years ago. It's called Revolution. And it was, electricity stopped working one day, and, there's all types of factions that come out of civilization or lack thereof, and this family is trying to travel from one side of the country to the other side.
So but again, this would be for if this is supposed to be a 3-season series, as Terry said, the creator said he's doing for 3 seasons. If you do the Wire route, you do Terry's story getting to Paradise, and then the 3rd season is them like trying to put underground with with surface and that kind of thing, and then you kind of wrap it up. That kind of brings, because when I to the Wire, when I saw the Doc story, I'm like, why are we doing this? Like, what about Stringer Bell and crew? But then it came back, like they brought it back together again. So that makes sense, right? Like even if they follow a Marsha pops up last episode. Somehow she is the one that killed Cal, and I would be irritated. But somehow it's Marsha's story, and somehow it's her like walking, like going like, okay, that's something we wouldn't have thought of. But like you said, Chris, like we need Sterling K. Brown, like he is the star of the show, so you got to have him in there, but it's gonna be flashbacks. Like that's what this creator does. Like Jack was the star of This Is Us, and he was dead episode 1. Like, and he went the entire series. Like, and I'm like,
oh really? Fuck? Oh, so This Is Us. It was all flashbacks, pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
it was a lot.
I did not know that.
It was flashbacks and flash forwards. Like at some point, you saw this family in 3 generations.
They did a flash forward like what?
Yes. It was the parents, the children, and the grandchildren at some point, and they all came to get like you would see Presley's story in the future when she marries Jeremy, and then their president and vice president, and somehow it all comes.
Is it like How I Met Your Mother or something like that? Oh, okay.
No, it's multi-generational, but it's all connected. It's like they're all doing their own thing. But he did a beautiful job of putting the stuff.
It's
together.
like White Roots.
What?
White Roots. Damn, Jamani, really? Okay, actually, that kind of helped. That kind of helped.
You gave me White Roots because you got black.
You gave me White Roots, and that kind of helped.
You're great. Like that's not. I mean, Sterling K. Brown won 3 Emmys off that show. So he and his wife, he became the show like for a good part of it. Like so, as much as Jack was and everything was connected to the father, to the dead father. Everybody was either trying to be like him or remember him. And like it was a beautiful story, but again, that had 20+ episodes, like a season, so that form of storytelling gets really, really rushed in 8 episodes. Like he's trying to bring his network television formula to a streaming show, so it's so many things happening that you can't get invested into the characters.
Is that and he wants to do the mysteries like he did on Only Murders in the Building.
Yeah, on this. So okay, with that, at least Jamani, but at least with that, they actually focus on the murder. At least in season one, like the Cal's murder is really taking a back seat at this point. Like no, we give a fuck, but I mean they got bigger fish to fry.
I should say that I saw the description of next episode, and it says they try to find out who Cal's killer was. Before they run out of time. I don't know what they're running out of time for, but
Well, I think if Sinatra she does have Jane holding Presley, which again, I bet you Jane is wearing her bracelet, which means to your point, they can just go into the computer and be like, where is Jane? Oh, there she is. And then send in the Navy, the Navy SEAL, to rescue the daughter. And kill Jane and be done with it. Right? Like this, it shouldn't be that hard. But I feel like that's the ticking.
I'm like, if they went underground and they kept the bracelets on because Xavier cut his off, and that would make absolutely no sense.
No, but Jane is working for Sinatra, so why would she take her bracelet? I'm saying Jane has hers on.
No. Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. They can follow Jane. You know what I'm saying? So like, and no, Presley took hers off. So it would be fun. Also, Sinatra said, "Here's the phone." Like she called. I was trying to figure out. So Presley is running her mouth to Jane and said, "Hey, my brother and I, secret, are in the basement of the bar." And so that's how Sinatra knew where James was. Because he said, "Hey, call this number and talk to the bartender and ask where your daughter's at." And he's like, what? Bullet. Right there. I just start shooting. Just start shooting, bro. Like this whole crying shit and how you getting your daughter back. Like I was shooting. But anyway, Robinson's wig looked bad before we wrap this up. I don't want to say the wig looked bad.
What wig? The long one?
Yeah, she looked like shit. Like I was like, wonder what you. It looked bad.
I don't know. We've seen worse. Viola Davis and you know, and what do you call it? The murder, the one where she's a teacher. What was it called? Shoot.
How to get away with murder?
How to get away with murder? And then sometimes she even knows so bad that she just yanks it off when she's in bed with her husband. She's like, "Damn it!" And she just yanks it off and like, "Oh, that kept me off guard." I'm like, "Oh, damn!" Like
that's
all
what she got. That's
what
what
she
she got.
Everything. I'm like,
I mean, obviously that's an Oscar-winning actress. I'm just saying, like, this was right. It was. I mean, she's a great. Robinson's a great actor, and again, her performance in this was great. I'm just saying that time thing, like it looked ridiculous. It was hard for me to be like, okay, this must be the past, because like, you know, because she had that long ass, ugly ass wig, and it wasn't even post-apocalyptic. Like that's how she looked come to work. I'm like, shit.
The funny thing is, nobody else even had anything like that. Like, not even Sinatra even had hair.
That's what I'm saying. Like you didn't need the wig. Like, we get it. It's 2016 or some shit. Like, we don't need the wig.
The bottom left corner of the screen. Like,
this something. I don't know. I'm sorry. It just stuck out me. See, she did, and I'm not the one that usually does this stuff. I really, but it just ate at me. I'm like, why is this happening? I don't know. Anyway, when you see Terry, his wife, not my wife, when you see Xavier's wife and she looks like Michonne, I'm gonna be like, hilarious.
She's gonna have like a little sword and everything. She got a samurai sword and
everything, and she's coming from Georgia, Chris. Think about it.
Oh shit!
Think about it.
That's right. Oh my god.
Andrew Lincoln's gonna be with her for no reason. You're like, what the fuck he doing here? It's like, I got myself a white man. It's been 4 years. I thought you moved on. You moved on.
You're gonna be horseback and everything.
I need the yams. No, that's tomorrow. We talk about yams.
What?
All right.
Oh. Okay.
All Things Men or something like that.
Oh, what's the show? Shit. The lesbian homie, the guy that does that show. Everything's yams. It's a good show. Anyway, all right, say let's wrap this up.
Are we doing predictions?
Yes.
All right.
Who killed Cal?
Who killed Cal?
Go.
I got Marsha. I'm still looking at the dog. And I feel like the guy who got shot in the head will have like a little metal plate or something. And,
like Phantom of the Opera type deal?
He's still alive. You know, he survived and he has like something going on.
We didn't see the body. We just saw him kind of fall, but we didn't see the body.
Yeah. So he's coming for revenge. So that's who I guess. The code. So my initial prediction was the plane. Then I said the car catalog number. Now it could either be like the code to get out of the bunker, like to open a door, or it's the code to the football.
Wow. To shut down Paradise, to be like, you can do an EMP again because the nuke's already shot.
I don't know how that works, but it's a code to the football. Those are my 4 predictions.
Okay, all right.
What else? Presley is going to murder Jane at some point. She's going to steal Jane's gun and shoot her.
You killed my Billy.
Yes, especially when she figures that out. Yeah. She did. It's funny. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got for them.
All right, I was like, you're doing that for a while. Thank you for your hat. We'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
All right, Chris. Apparently you're up.
Oh, red. I was make sure I didn't see no white print on it, so I was like, what's she wearing? You know, so I wasn't sure. Anyway.
Predictions.
So we're doing predictions. Okay. All right. So next week is the season finale.
Yes.
Okay. With it being the season finale, I guess the real question is, will they even reveal next episode necessarily who killed Cal to begin with? I hope they do. To be honest with TV shows, the way TV shows goes, I would not also be surprised if they still don't reveal it. However, if I did have to still make a prediction for next episode, if they did reveal who it was, yeah, I got to go with Gabby. I got to go with Gabby. The unfortunate thing about it being with Gabby, they wouldn't need to do a whole episode of why it is Gabby, but she's the only one where it's like, because she's kind of so out of it, it's like everything kind of keeps pointing towards her. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, yeah, so I would have to go that route. I would also, as far as other, or maybe possibly his father. It could possibly be Kane. You know what I mean? Because he said in this episode he kept apologizing. The cow kept calling his son. Cal's like, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? So for a moment I was like, did he do it? Maybe. So it's a possibility. Maybe he did do it. You know what I mean? So he would be second on my list if they did reveal it. But again, like I said, I would not be surprised if they did not even still reveal who did it. So that would be my prediction for that. As far as anything else, as far as what I think the finale is going to showcase, yes, I kind of agree with Stacey in the sense that I think Jane will be dead in the next episode. Don't necessarily think it'll be Presley. I mean, I think it'll be awesome if it was her. You know what I mean? But it'll be kind of even better if we saw a flashback of Xavier teaching her how to use a gun, and then all of a sudden it would just lead up to this, possibly. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think she's definitely dead as fuck. But I also think, here's the deal. I also think that Sinatra's going to die next episode. I think she's going to be dead, which is kind of crazy to think that, because she is like kind of the protagonist, and then it's like, well, shit, what are we going to have the next season? You know what I mean? But if they do what you're saying that they're going to possibly do next season, without like the folks on the possibly, them doing the outside, right, the outsiders or whatnot, that opens up the door. Because think about it. You think Sinatra's bad. Think of all those people you left. All those people who just turned into freaking villains now. You know what I mean? Think about that shit. So, so I don't know. I think, yeah, I don't think Sinatra's going to walk out of this next episode as well as Jane. So that's where I stand. So, do we want to do predictions on what music they're going to play next episode?
All right, Chris, that's it.
Do we know the name of the episode?
Giovanni?
No, I can't remember off the top of my head. I can look it up though.
Okay, all right. Well, I will. Okay, so my prediction of the music that they'll play is "Love Is a Battlefield," because it's going to deal with, because he's going to be face off with Gabby or whatnot, and they're going to be shooting off each other, and then all of a sudden like, "We are strong, love is a battlefield," but it'll be like an emo version of it. So that's my prediction. It's going to be it'll be Lauper's "Love Is a Battlefield." So,
thank you, Chris. Later, man, and have a great time all week. So we won't see Chris for the finale review, but he'll be in the comments. How about that?
Yeah.
Later, Chris. Man who kept the secrets.
That's the name of the title.
Yeah.
His dad killed him. All right. So what do you got? What do you got, Jermaine?
Yeah. They left off on the cliffhanger that the DNA doesn't belong to anybody in paradise. It had to be somebody from outside. So it wasn't like a throwaway line in the middle of the episode. Since it was the cliffhanger, I'm assuming that they're going to stick with that. It's not like a red herring. So I have no idea. Other than the person who they said, we're trying to bring them back. Like the bartender's wife said, we found somebody and we're going to try to bring them back. Yeah. That would probably be the person that I guess I could assume is the one that came from outside. Maybe they followed Billy as he came back in, and if he put in a code or whatever he did, they followed. They know how to get in after seeing Billy come back.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I don't think that Gabby had anything to do with it. I think she.
I know that you can't let that beautiful woman be a killer. I know, Jemani. I agree with you. Again, she did not kill Cal. That's not. I said it. I never said that. I said I don't think she seriously killed Cal. I mean, what I said was she ultimately somehow she's the mastermind. She's the puppet master in many ways. That's what I'm saying. That
But the puppet master of what exactly?
Of Sinatra specifically. Again, she said, I cannot let this place fall. When Sinatra gets killed, I like that idea. Gabby will be the next big bad. And because she created this town. She created, like, she's very proud of it too. And she's not gonna let it fall. You know what I'm saying? And X is so focused on Samantha that he's not seeing Gabby. You know what I'm saying? And he's gonna be like, oh shit, like I shot the wrong woman. And it's gonna be a thing. That's gonna be season 3 though, to me.
I'm like, if like, let's just go off on this tangent. If that was the case, I want her to be like flipping psychotropics in that fake food that they have to make them more content or to behave the way that she wants them to as a therapist.
Exactly. I 100% agree with you. I 100% agree with you. But then everybody kind of rose up, as you saw. But she would have did that too, like if she could. But it'd be not to see that would be weird. Why would it keep on saying that? Again, she created it, she designed it. We can't let it fall. She's very committed to this place. There's a reason, you know. And how far would she go to keep it? Anyway, anything else?
They always end with a big cliffhanger. I think. Like, I see Paradise being like the season finale of Yellow Jacket season 2, where like the house burnt down that they were in. Like, Paradise goes away and now everybody's forced to go outside, and you know, like, it's everything is just brand new in season 2. Like, it's a game changer.
All right, I it does sound like Ruthless. I hear you. We guys, I do feel the outside. Sinatra will be seen as correct. She says if they know about, they will come for us. They will come for our resources. We cannot let the outside in. And when she's killed, I do believe she will be killed next week. It will be true. But
I'm like, that's the theme of every season of The Walking Dead is, we must build walls. We must keep other people out. Because it isn't the walkers, it's the humans.
Yeah, absolutely. And they'll go that route too. Anyway,
like, comment, subscribe.
Thanks, Shabani. One last comment will be, now I want to know who's braiding Presley's hair. I mean, that's the real question. I mean, where is the beauty supply store in this place? Father did it. Cain killed his son on accident. He didn't mean to do it, but he did. The DNA, I feel like the DNA could belong to somebody outside of Paradise, but it's still the father that did it. These are not the same things. He knows who was there. He knows the other person, but he's too fucked in the head to say it. But he was there. We will see him see Presley. I think we'll do this so we can tie all this together, and we'll see that jacket, who was wearing that jacket, and it'll all come together. I feel like Terry will show up. X will see her, and then that will be the lead to next season of how did you get here? And the next season will be that. Her outside, fighting the wilderness, going through people. And we'll go through all that. But anyway, guys, come back here. This is an awesome show. Sterling K. Brown should get his 4th Emmy for this show. And we will see how that works out. Thank you. Tomorrow we're gonna do a show that will not get an Emmy. We're gonna do Watson with Morris Chestnut, who is a good actor. He is a good actor, but this is not the show. But we're gonna do Black House MD episodes 2 and 3. So come back, and then we're gonna do a show that should get something. And my roommate pays all the bills, which is absolutely hilarious. So we're gonna do that tomorrow. So stick with us. Again, thanks for watching till the end. And we'll see you around. Thanks. I will say thank you guys very much for hanging out with us. I see people watching, people in the chat.
I enjoy The View very much.
I don't know what the fuck I was watching.
Rewatch this when we're done. Rewatch this. You'll see what we're talking about. You're gonna be like, oh shit,
hilarious, absolutely hilarious.
You want to go there?
Oh shit! Stacey, do your thing.
Fuck that shit.
But anyway, please like and share and comment on the video and all that kinds of stuff, as they say. we're just going to end this broadcast and say bye.